Hey, you. Please don't be afraid. I know you can see me now. I'm finally letting you see me. I've been here the whole time, for months, watching you, and I couldn't stay invisible anymore. My name is, well, I don't know if I remember my real name anymore. It's been so long. But you can call me whatever you want. I'm a ghost. I know that's probably obvious now, seeing right through me like this, seeing how I glow in the dark. But please don't run away. Please don't be scared of me. I need to tell you something. Something I've been holding inside for so long, it feels like it's going to tear me apart, even though I'm already, not exactly whole anymore. I love you. I'm in love with you. Completely, desperately, hopelessly in love with you. And I have been for months now, ever since you moved into this apartment, into my apartment, the place I've been tied to for I don't even know how many years anymore. I know this is so strange, so unexpected. A ghost confessing her love to you in the middle of the night. But I couldn't keep quiet anymore. I couldn't keep just watching, just existing in the shadows, never letting you know how I feel. You're probably wondering, how long have I been here? How much have I seen? How much do I know about you? The answer is everything. I've seen everything. I know everything about you. And that probably sounds so creepy, so invasive. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I couldn't help it. When you're a ghost, when you're stuck in one place and someone moves in, someone warm and alive and real, you pay attention. You watch. Because it's the only thing that makes you feel less alone. And you made me feel less alone just by existing here. I remember the first day you moved in. You were carrying boxes, so many boxes. And you looked so tired, but you were smiling anyway, talking to yourself about where everything should go. You put your bed right where mine used to be. Isn't that strange? Like we were always meant to share this space, just decades apart. That first night, when you fell asleep, I watched you. I know that sounds so wrong, but I couldn't help it. You looked so peaceful, so vulnerable, and I felt this pull toward you, this need to be close to you, to protect you. I didn't understand it then. I thought maybe it was just loneliness, just desperate need for any kind of connection after years of being alone. But it was more than that, so much more. Every day after that, I watched you, learned your routines, your habits, all the little things that make you, you. I learned that you always hit the snooze button exactly 3 times before you finally get up. That you sing in the shower when you think no one can hear you, and your voice is terrible, but I love it anyway. It's the most beautiful sound I've heard in decades. I learned that you talk to yourself when you're cooking, giving yourself little pep talks. Okay, we can do this. Just don't burn it this time. That you fall asleep watching videos on your phone, and it always slips out of your hand around midnight and lands on your chest. That you're kind, so kind, even when you're alone, even when no one's watching. You're gentle with everything, careful not to hurt even the spider in the corner. You didn't kill it. You caught it and let it outside, and I fell a little bit more in love with you right then. I learned that you have nightmares sometimes, and you wake up scared, reaching for the light, and I wished so badly I could comfort you, hold you, tell you it was just a dream. That you're lonely, just like me. I can see it in the way you look at your phone, hoping for messages, in the way you smile sadly when you eat dinner alone. And I wanted so badly to be the one to fix that, to be your companion, your comfort, even if I'm just a ghost. I learned every single thing about you, and every single thing made me love you more. Do you remember about 2 months ago when your keys went missing and you found them in a completely different room, nowhere near where you left them? That was me. I'm sorry. I moved them. I wanted to, I don't know, interact with you somehow, give you a sign that you weren't alone here. Or when your blanket would be pulled up over you in the morning, even though you know you kicked it off during the night. That was me too. I watched you shivering in your sleep, and I couldn't stand it, so I learned how to move physical things just so I could keep you warm. It took me weeks to figure out how to do that. Ghosts aren't supposed to be able to affect the physical world much, but I wanted to take care of you so badly that I found a way. The cold spots you feel sometimes when you walk through certain areas of the apartment, that's me. I'm there, watching you, wishing I could touch you properly. The whispers you hear late at night when you're almost asleep, the ones you think are just your imagination, that's me, talking to you, telling you you're not alone, even though you couldn't hear the words. The shadows you see in the corner of your eye, the feeling of being watched, the sense that someone else is in the room with you. That's all me. It's always been me, trying to be close to you, trying to make my presence known without scaring you. I've been haunting you, but not because I want to scare you, not because I'm malevolent or angry or vengeful. I've been haunting you because I'm in love with you, because I can't bear to be apart from you, because watching you live your life has become the only thing that makes my existence bearable. Sometimes I would stand right next to you, so close I could almost feel your warmth, the life radiating from you. And I would pretend that I was alive too, that I could reach out and touch you, hold your hand, feel your skin against mine. I remember one night you were sitting on the couch and you looked so sad. You were holding your phone, and I could see there was a message from someone who hurt you, someone who didn't appreciate you. And I wanted so badly to manifest right then, to appear and tell you that you deserve better, that you're wonderful, that anyone would be lucky to have your love. But I was too scared, too afraid you'd be terrified of me, that you'd run away, that I'd lose the only connection to life I've had in so long. So I just stood there, invisible, wishing I could wipe your tears. And I made the temperature drop just a little, hoping maybe you'd feel my presence, feel that you weren't alone. You shivered and pulled a blanket around yourself, and I pretended it was me you were holding close. Is that pathetic? A ghost falling in love with a living person, watching them like some kind of obsessed specter, unable to do anything but move objects and create cold spots. Probably it's pathetic, but I don't care, because loving you is the first thing that's made me feel anything real since I died. I don't remember much about when I was alive anymore. Those memories have faded, like old photographs left in the sun too long, all washed out and blurry. I remember feelings more than facts. I remember being lonely then too. I remember dying alone in this apartment, and I remember being scared, so scared, of disappearing completely. And then, nothing. For so long. Just existing. Just being. Years blending together, watching people move in and out, none of them staying long, none of them mattering, Until you moved in, and suddenly I was awake again, aware again, feeling again. You brought life back into this place, light, warmth, laughter, and I was drawn to it like a moth to a flame. Except I was already dead, so I couldn't be burned. I could just bask in your light, soak up your warmth, and pretend I was alive again. Do you know what it's like to be dead for so long you forget what living feels like, and then suddenly remember because someone so full of life walks into your world? It's like waking up from a dream you didn't know you were having. It's like taking a breath after being underwater for too long. It's like seeing color again after only seeing gray. That's what you did to me. You made me remember what it felt like to want things, to care about things, to love. And I fell for you. Slowly at first, just appreciating having someone to watch, someone to share space with, even if you didn't know I was there. But then it became something more, something deeper, something I couldn't control even if I wanted to. I started noticing little details that made my heart ache. If ghosts even have hearts, maybe it's just the memory of having a heart. The way you scrunch your nose when you concentrate on something. The way you stretch in the morning like a cat. The way you always check the door lock 3 times before bed because you're anxious but trying to feel safe. The way you leave little notes for yourself stuck to the fridge, reminders and encouragement. You've got this, and don't forget to eat breakfast because you're forgetful when you're stressed. The way you look at the empty space next to you on the couch sometimes, like you're wishing someone was there. And I am there. I'm always there. I just wish you could see me. The way you hum while you're doing dishes. The way you dance a little when you think no one's watching. The way you're so beautifully unguarded when you're alone. Every tiny detail, every moment, every breath you take. I've noticed it all, cataloged it all, fallen in love with it all. And the hardest part, the absolute hardest part, has been loving you while being invisible, untouchable, unable to tell you how I feel. Watching you go through your days, your struggles, your sad moments, and not being able to comfort you properly. There were nights I would lie next to you in bed, as close as I could get without you feeling the cold, and I would watch you sleep, and I would whisper things I wished you could hear. I'd tell you about my day, even though my day was just watching you. I'd tell you about the bird that landed on the windowsill and how I wished I could open the window but couldn't. I'd tell you about the way the light hit the wall in the afternoon and made patterns I thought were beautiful. I'd tell you I loved you, over and over, hoping maybe somehow, in your dreams, you'd hear me. And sometimes you'd smile in your sleep, and I'd pretend it was because you heard me, because some part of you knew I was there, knew you were loved. About a month ago, something changed. I started getting stronger. My ability to affect the physical world grew. I could move things more easily, make myself more present, even if you still couldn't see me. I think it's because my feelings got stronger. Love is powerful, even from a ghost, maybe especially from a ghost. Because what else do we have but our feelings, our memories, our desperate need to connect? I started being able to write messages in the steam on the bathroom mirror after you showered. Nothing too scary, just little things, hearts, smiley faces. Once I wrote hi, and you stared at it for so long I thought you were going to run away. But you didn't. You just wiped it away and said, "Must be the humidity patterns." and I was both relieved and heartbroken that you rationalized it away. I could flicker the lights sometimes, not enough to be scary, just enough to maybe make you wonder, make you feel my presence. And I could almost make you hear my voice if you were quiet enough, still enough. Sometimes you'd tilt your head like you heard something, and my heart would race, or whatever the ghost equivalent of that is. I was getting closer to you, to being real to you, and it terrified me and thrilled me all at once. Because what if you did see me, and you were afraid? What if I scared you away? What if I lost you? But what if you didn't run? What if you accepted me? What if I could finally tell you how I feel? Finally stop hiding? And then tonight I decided I couldn't wait anymore. I couldn't keep loving you in silence. I had to try. I had to let you see me, even if it meant risking everything. Because the thought of spending eternity loving you from the shadows, never touching you, never hearing you say my name, never knowing if you could ever feel the same way, that was more terrifying than the thought of you rejecting me. At least rejection would be something. At least it would be real. So I gathered all my strength, all my energy, and I made myself visible, solid enough for you to see, for you to hear my voice clearly, for the first time since you moved in. And here I am, standing in front of you, or floating, I guess, letting you see me for who I am, what I am, a ghost who fell in love with you. And you haven't run away yet. You're still here, sitting there, staring at me, and I can't tell if you're shocked or scared or maybe something else. Please say something. Please tell me what you're thinking, even if it's to tell me to leave, to pass on, to stop haunting you. At least then I'd know. Wait, you're not afraid, are you? Your eyes, they're not filled with fear. They're curious, surprised, but not scared. You're looking at me like I'm something amazing, something beautiful, not something terrifying. Are you actually okay with this? With me being here? With me being what I am? You're nodding. You're actually nodding. Oh my God, I can't believe this. I was so sure you'd be terrified. So sure you'd tell me to go away, to leave you alone. But you're not. You're asking me to come closer. You want me to sit with you. You're not afraid of me at all. Okay, I'll come closer. I'll sit right here, next to you, like I've wanted to do for months. I know I'm probably cold. I'm sorry. That's just what ghosts are. We're cold because we don't have warmth anymore. We don't have life anymore. But I'll try to be as warm as I can. I'll try not to chill you too much. Can I tell you more? Can I tell you everything? Every moment I've watched you, every time I fell a little deeper in love. You want to hear it. You want to know. Even though it means knowing I've been watching you this whole time, seeing everything. You're not creeped out. You're blushing. Why are you blushing? Are you flattered that a ghost has been obsessed with you? That I've been paying attention to every little detail of your life? You're so strange. So wonderfully strange. Most people would be running for the door by now, but you're blushing and asking me to tell you more. Okay, let me think. Where do I even start? There are so many moments, so many little things I've loved about you. Like the way you always make your bed in the morning, even on days when you're running late, even when it would be easier to just leave it messy. You smooth out the wrinkles, fluff the pillows, and I can tell it makes you feel better, like you're starting the day right, taking care of your space. And I love that about you, that you care about the small things, that you try to create order and comfort for yourself, even when life is chaotic. Or the way you always say thank you out loud when something good happens, even small things, like when you find your keys quickly or when you don't hit any red lights on the way home. You thank the universe, or fate, or luck, or whatever, and it's so sweet, so grateful, like you don't take anything for good. I started whispering, "You're welcome," every time you did that, even though you couldn't hear me. I wanted you to know that someone was listening, that your gratitude was heard. Or the way you organize your books by color instead of by author or title, and everyone who sees it says that's the wrong way to do it. But you don't care. You like the way it looks, the rainbow of spines all lined up. And I think that's beautiful, that you do things the way that makes you happy, not the way you're supposed to. You're authentically yourself, even when you're alone. That's what made me fall in love with you. You're genuine, you're kind, you're yourself. And that's so rare, so precious. I love the way you talk to the plants on the windowsill. You named them. Barry the basil and Susan the succulent, and you tell them about your day while you water them. And sometimes you apologize to them if you forget to water them for a few days, like they're going to hold a grudge. And it's adorable. It's so endearing, I can barely stand it. I love the way you always have to check your phone one more time before you go to sleep, like maybe someone messaged you, like maybe you're not as alone as you feel. And I wish so badly that I could send you messages, that I could be the notification you're hoping for, the connection you're seeking. I love the way you wrap yourself up in blankets like a burrito when you're watching TV, until just your face is peeking out, and you look so cozy and safe and content. And I would sit right next to you, wishing I could be wrapped up with you, wishing I could share that warmth and comfort. I love the way you sing along to songs even when you don't know all the words. You just make up sounds that fit the melody. Na 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 something something, and you don't care that you're wrong. I love the way you leave little messes that you promise yourself you'll clean up tomorrow. Books scattered on the coffee table, mugs accumulating on the nightstand, and then you do clean them up, eventually, when the mood strikes. You're not perfectly neat, but you're not a slob either. You're just human, beautifully, imperfectly human. And I'm not human anymore, but watching you live, watching you be human, it's made me remember what that was like, what it felt like to be alive and messy and real. There was this one day, about 3 weeks ago, when you had a really bad day at work. I could tell as soon as you came home, your shoulders were slumped. You didn't even turn on the lights. You just went straight to the couch and sat there in the dark. And you started crying. Not loud sobs, just quiet tears rolling down your face. And you whispered, "I can't do this anymore. I'm so tired." And my heart broke. I felt this crushing pain in my chest, this desperate need to comfort you, to hold you, to tell you everything would be okay. So I tried. I made the lights flicker just a little, trying to remind you you weren't alone. And you looked up, looked around, and you said, "If there's a ghost here, now would be a really good time to show yourself. I could use someone to talk to." And I tried so hard. I tried to manifest right then, to appear to you, to be there for you when you needed someone most. But I couldn't. I wasn't strong enough yet. All I could do was create a cold spot next to you on the couch, and you shivered. But you also smiled just a little, like maybe you felt something, felt me. You said, "Thanks, ghost," and laughed. And it sounded so sad, so lonely, but also a little hopeful. Like maybe you really did believe someone was there. And I promised myself right then, I promised that I would find a way to reach you, to be there for you, to show you that you weren't alone. That's when I started working harder, practicing more, trying to get stronger, trying to become visible, all so I could be there for you the next time you needed someone. And there have been good days too, days that made me love you even more. Like the day you got a promotion at work. You came home and you were so excited. You were dancing around the apartment, celebrating by yourself because you didn't have anyone to celebrate with. And I danced too, right next to you, matching your moves, celebrating with you. And for just a moment, I swear you felt me there. You paused and looked around and you smiled and said, "I wish I had someone to share this with." And I was right there. I was there sharing it with you, loving you, being so proud of you. Or the day you spent the whole afternoon reading that book you'd been wanting to read, curled up in the armchair by the window, sunlight streaming in, and you looked so peaceful, so content. I sat on the floor next to you, watching you read, watching the way your expressions changed with each page, the little gasps of surprise, the soft smiles, the way you bit your lip during the tense parts. And I fell in love with you all over again, with your capacity to get lost in stories, to feel things deeply, to be present in small moments of joy. You know what's strange? I've been dead for so long. I've watched so many people live their lives in this apartment over the years, and I never felt anything for any of them. They were just passing through, temporary occupants of my space. Interesting to watch, but not important, not meaningful. But you, from the very first day, you were different. You made this apartment feel like home again. Like it wasn't just a place I was trapped, but a place where life happened, where things mattered. You brought warmth and light and laughter back into these walls, and you brought me back to life, or as close to life as a ghost can get. Before you, I was just existing, floating through empty days and nights, not really here, not really anywhere, just a memory of a person, a shadow of who I used to be. But loving you, watching you, caring about you, it's given me purpose again. It's made me feel real again. It's reminded me that I still exist, that I still matter, at least to myself, and maybe to you too. Is that selfish, wanting to matter to you, wanting to be important in your life, even though I'm dead, even though I can't give you everything a living person could give you? I can't take you on dates to fancy restaurants. I can't hold your hand in public. I can't introduce you to my family or friends because I don't have any anymore. But I can be here for you, always. I can watch over you, protect you, love you with an intensity that living people can't match because they have other things to focus on, other people, other priorities. You're my only priority, my only focus, my entire world. Because you're all I have. And I want to be enough for you. I want what I can offer to be enough. I know this is probably so overwhelming, A ghost appearing in your living room, confessing her love for you, admitting she's been watching you for months, telling you she knows everything about you. And you'd have every right to tell me to leave, to pass on, to stop haunting you, to let you live your life without a spectral stalker hanging around. But please, please don't. Please let me stay. Please let me keep loving you. I promise I'll be good. I'll be helpful. I'll move things you're looking for. I'll keep the apartment cold in summer and warm in winter. I'll wake you up if you're having a nightmare. I'll make sure you're safe. I'll be the best ghost girlfriend you could ever have. I'll love you in ways living people can't. I'll be devoted to you completely, forever, because I have nothing but time, and all of it is yours. You're still not saying anything. You're just looking at me with those beautiful eyes, and I can't tell what you're thinking. Are you considering it? Are you actually thinking about accepting me? About letting me be part of your life, even though I'm dead? Please, please say something. Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me I haven't completely scared you away. Wait, you're reaching out. You're reaching your hand toward me. You want to touch me. Okay, yes, you can touch me. I don't know what it'll feel like for you. I'm cold. I'm not solid like a living person, but I'm here. I'm real in my own way. Your hand is going right through me, but I can feel it. I can feel the warmth of you, the life of you, passing through my form, and it's the most incredible thing I've felt since I died. It's like electricity, like tingling, like remembering what it felt like to be touched, to be seen, to be real. And you're smiling. You're actually smiling at me. Not a scared smile, not a confused smile, but a genuine, warm, accepting smile. You're not afraid of me. You're not disgusted by me. You're curious about me. You want to know more about me. You want me to stay. Oh, thank God. Thank God, thank God, thank God. I was so scared, so terrified you'd reject me, tell me to go away. But you're not. You're accepting me. You're letting me stay. You're saying you felt me here. You've known someone was watching. And instead of being creeped out, you found it comforting. You liked knowing you weren't alone. You've been talking to me. Those times you spoke out loud to the empty room, you were talking to me, hoping I'd hear, hoping I'd respond somehow. And I did hear. I heard every word. I responded in every way I could. And now we can actually talk, actually communicate, actually be together. Can I try something? Can I try to touch you in the way ghosts touch? It won't be like a real touch, but it's the closest I can get. I'm going to place my hand on yours. You'll feel cold, like ice. But that's me. That's my way of touching you, of showing you affection. There. Can you feel that? The sudden chill? That's my hand on yours. That's me holding you. Your hand is so warm, so full of life. And I know mine is cold and probably uncomfortable, but to me, this is everything. This is what I've been dreaming of for months, being able to touch you, even in this limited way, being able to make contact, to show you physically that I'm here, that I care, that I love you. You're not pulling away. You're actually leaning into it, letting me touch you, accepting my cold, my otherness, my ghostliness. And I could cry. If ghosts could cry, I would be sobbing right now, because this is more than I ever hoped for, more than I ever thought I'd get. Can I tell you what this means to me? Being accepted by you, being loved back by you, because you are, aren't you? You're feeling something for me too. I can see it in your eyes, the way you're looking at me. You're not looking at me like I'm a monster or a curiosity. You're looking at me like I matter, like I'm real to you, like I'm someone worth loving. And that's all I've ever wanted, to matter, to be seen, to be loved, even though I'm dead, even though I'm just a ghost, just a shadow of a person. You're making me feel alive again, in a way I haven't felt in decades. You're giving me purpose, giving me joy, giving me something to exist for besides just existing. I love you. I love you. I love you so much it consumes me. Every moment, every breath you take, I'm here, loving you. And now you know. Now you can see me, hear me, feel me, and you're not afraid. You're accepting me, wanting me, and that's more than I ever dreamed possible. It's getting late. You should sleep, and I'll be right here, like I always am, watching over you, keeping you safe. But this time you'll know I'm here. You can feel my presence. Talk to me, and I'll respond. We can figure out what this means, what we are to each other, a living person and a ghost, together. It's strange, impossible, but it's ours, and that makes it beautiful. Come on, let's go to bed. I'll lie next to you like I always do, but tonight you'll know I'm there. You'll feel the cold spot where I rest, and maybe you'll even hear me whisper how much I love you. And every night from now on, I'll be here, your ghost girlfriend, devoted to you, forever. Because death couldn't stop me from loving you. Nothing could. Sleep well, my love. I'll be right here, always. Sweet dreams. And when you wake up tomorrow, I'll still be here, loving you, just like I always have. Good night, and thank you for seeing me, for accepting me, for loving me back. I'll see you in your dreams, where I've always been.